Hey guys, what's happening? Aaron here. Well, moving right along with the 2017 review season. Next up, I review Sonic the Hedgehog. Not that really screwy fucked up one from 2006, but the original on the Sega Genesis. The one which launched the whole Sonic franchise to begin with. It's been 26 years. How does it stack up? Let's find out. As always, thanks for watching and enjoy.
Holy shit. What the heck am I gonna do with this one? This is akin to reviewing the original Super Mario Brothers or even Super Mario World. What the hell am I supposed to say? At this point in the gaming timeline, that hasn't been said by like 10,000 other people. Well, this is still my review, and these are my thoughts and opinions. So let's do this! Released on the Sega Genesis in 1991, Sonic the Hedgehog was Sega's direct response to Nintendo's Mario. A new mascot for a new system, with a new attitude, going head to head with the greatest fucking console ever, the Super Nintendo. If you were a gamer during this period, or were at least alive, this time frame is what spurred what is classically known as the Bit Wars, funneled around these two 16-bit machines. It was Sega versus Nintendo, Sonic versus Mario. Although, in many recent years, these two have decided to bury the hatchet and play together. Anyways, Sonic the Hedgehog. What is there to say? It's a fucking classic! Was and always has been in the Nintendo camp during that time period. Sorry, but not a lot of my friends had a Genesis. Almost all of them had a Super Nintendo. While I didn't get a whole lot of playtime on the Genesis back then growing up, I still logged pretty decent playtime over the years in multiple formats. I did end up owning a Genesis during the late 90s, so I consider that my catch-up time. Sonic the Hedgehog was created as a direct response to Nintendo's Mario, and Sega wanted to focus more on pure speed, as opposed to more focus on platforming. Now, Yuji Naka is generally considered to be the creator of Sonic, however, this is false. Naoto Oshima was actually the character designer for the original game. Yuji Naka was the programmer, but it was the combined efforts of these two guys along with fellow Sega employee Hirokazu Yasuhara that brought Sonic to life. And bring to life they did. The game immediately drops you into the world of South Island, and you're off and running. Quite literally. Dr. Robotnik has been kidnapping Sonic's animal friends and turning them into robotic badniks as a part of his quest to recover the legendary Chaos Emeralds. So it's up to Sonic to free his friends and stop Robotnik. Pretty simple. Beginning in the first zone, Green Hill, you run around, collecting rings, destroying enemies to release the little critters inside, and break small TVs to reveal power-ups, like super shoes, extra rings, or even invincibility. The rings you collect basically function as Sonic's life. As long as you have at least one ring collected, you can safely take a hit without dying. When taking a hit, all the rings you do have explode out of you, and you have a limited amount of time to pick them back up before they disappear. The game contains 6 different zones made up of 3 stages each. At the end of the 3rd stage of each zone, you face off against Robotnik in one of his many zany robot creations. The final zone only contains a single stage with the final boss. If you collect at least 50 rings during the stage and make it to the end, you're able to jump into a giant ring, which transports you to the special stages. Here, you bounce around in a rotating maze, and by reaching the end, you gain one of 6 Chaos Emeralds. Now, while games after this one allow you to transform into Super Sonic after getting all the emeralds, in this game, collecting all the emeralds just changes the ending. That's it. I still to this day, though, find the background in the special stages to be completely mesmerizing, as the shapes morph into other things. It's really gnarly! For the most part, Sega really did a fantastic job with their new mascot, and his first game. The colors are bright and sparkly. The backgrounds, still to this day, look amazing. You have to remember, even in games like Super Mario World, most of the backgrounds were static. while in Sonic, the backgrounds are animated. It's the little touches. Who cares if the background rock formations are oversized blocky sprites? It had fucking moving waterfalls in the background! The overall animations are nicely done, with Sonic running, jumping, and spinning. One of the cooler things about how the game was designed was the fact that the controls took speed and momentum into account when moving around. Want to gain more speed? Curl into a ball when going down slopes. Want to go back up a steep hill? You have to get enough momentum to literally run back up the hill. Level design is simple, with different platforming sections, loops, springs, and even sections where you have to push objects in order to progress. Unfortunately, there are underwater sections in this game because, you know, it was the early 90s and water was an easy way to kill a player. Unless you find an air bubble here and there, Sonic will suffocate and die. This would be a returning level design in almost every future Sonic game, and I fucking hate underwater sections! Do they provide added tension to the game? Of course. Are they really necessary? Not really. Another concept that Sega came up with is the multiple paths. In, say, Super Mario Bros. 3, you really only have a single path to take through a particular stage, not counting flying through the level. In Sonic, there are normally 3 different main paths that you can take: upper, middle, and lower. This changes gameplay incredibly, as you're not just limited to a single plane to take to the end. Want to keep jumping up and find out what's near the clouds? You can. Accidentally bust through a breakable wall? Keep going and see where it leads. I've been playing this game for over 25 years, and I still don't have the entire map memorized. I just love it when you jump onto the large canister at the end of each level, and all the happy little animals come bouncing out. Freedom! The enemies all look great, as do various other effects like explosions. Most of the enemies are designed after real-life creatures like fish, caterpillars, hornets, and bats. The music is fucking classic as fuck. At this point in time, who doesn't know the theme to Green Hill? It's almost as well known as the Super Mario Bros. Theme. Green Hill is definitely my favorite of the entire game, with Starlight Zone probably coming in second. The entire soundtrack is very upbeat, happy music. Overall, what can anyone really say about Sonic the Hedgehog that hasn't been discussed at length in fellow YouTube reviews or gaming publications of the time, as well as more recent ones or discussions with friends? It launched the entire Sonic franchise we know today, and pitted Sega head-to-head with Nintendo back in the early 90s. Its fresh mix of speed, bright and colorful sprites, fantastic level design, and super catchy music made it almost guaranteed winner. It has been re-released and ported ad infinitum to this point, including the Sonic Mega Collection on GameCube, which is the port I used to record the footage for the review. There are current ports as well on every mobile device, as well as all current generation consoles, sans the Nintendo Wii U. The original game, released on the Genesis, sold a fairly hefty 24 million units, and when Sega decided to make the smart move and bundle it with the system, it just sold that much more. I was there. I was there for all of it. The Bit Wars, the rise of Sega, and played through all the Sonic games as they were released. With the release of Sonic Mania coming up very shortly, in less than 3 months to be exact, and Sonic's return to his 16-bit roots, what better time is there to revisit one of the greatest 2D side-scrolling series of all time? It is one of the best games of all time, and if you've never played it, do yourself a favor and pick up one of the many Sonic collections that have been released over the years. Only then will you find out what all the hype and enjoyment was really about. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, go check it out.